Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm taking a look at the 9th Doctor, issue 5. Issue 5 of the ongoing adventure. You've got the 5th issue thing here in the Doctor Who barcode TARDIS thing, Titan Comics. You've got this very obscure cover, to say the least. I don't really think this matches up that much with the context of the story, so I'm not a big fan of this cover, to be honest. I do much prefer issue 4's cover. You've got the 1996 TV logo there of Doctor Who, very much that / the Jon Pertwee one. Ongoing adventures with the 9th Doctor, fantastic. The 9th Doctor there, and the Doctor Who Diamond logo there also. And on the back you've got the awesome advertisement for the awesome 3rd Doctor comic book series, which I am getting, so before anyone comments below, even though I do like when people comment on these videos, I will be getting this, and will obviously be reviewing the 3rd Doctor one. And I'm pretty hyped because obviously Paul Cornell, and you know, I adore him, and that fanboying right now. But then you've got this advertisement thing for Star Wars in a Doctor Who thing, so yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, I do like Star Wars, nowhere near as much as Doctor Who, but still, I do like it. Next time thing, which this time it's a bit odd because it looks more like concept art and a sketch thing, whereas if you remember in the issue 4 one, it was coloured, so a bit odd, but maybe it's because the next one's a new adventure, maybe. Or at least I think it is. Yeah, then you've got the 15% off thing if you subscribe and all that. Advertisement for Torchwood. The variant covers for this issue, which are pretty naff if you ask me personally. What's been, you know, sold on sale from Titan this month. The other covers of the next issue. Do really like this one, which I think is the standard one, I'm assuming. Bit of a synopsis there, when it's on sale and so on. The cliffhanger, oh, well, on the next page over that side there's the cliffhanger, which I'll try and not show you. The title, part 2 of 2, so yeah, next one's a new story thing, which is a bit odd because it does continue on quite coherently written, or the writer even, artist, colorist, letterist, and so on. This sort of story ends on a cliffhanger that's very reminiscent of issue 3. I'll just leave that there. You may have guessed what it is, or what element-y type thing I'm referring to. Titan Comics website, Twitter, Facebook, which I forgot to do last time. Previously, which I didn't really need to read because I just read that issue 4 earlier today. The Doctor, Rose, Captain Jack. Their bio. You know, the art is very good, and that again it's not as action heavy as the previous issue, which I'm alright with. Also, I forgot to mention these like flying human like characters are kind of like sort of something like from like Heroes, from what I've heard of what Heroes is, or maybe Superville, which is episodic version of Superman, or X-Men type thing, you know, mutants, you know, metahumans type thing, as I said before, like Marvel, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type thing as well. Very vampire-esque panel here. Again, I don't know, like, I didn't feel like Rose did too much here, like, she just sort of was there. Mickey was good, and spoiler alert, Martha is also in this one. Martha Jones, kinda. She's kinda here, there, and that. And I won't tell you what the cliffhanger is, but yeah, it's a good cliffhanger, but it does feel very after the cliffhanger we've just had with Mickey appearing. It does feel very repetitive, to say the least. I would have expected something a bit more oomph to it. As so far, clearly the cliffhangers seem to be, you know, introducing a new character and then sort of going off on this adventure with that character, and I just hope that isn't the whole same theme throughout this series, because, as I've just said, it'll get pretty boring pretty quickly. Personally, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it coherently makes all of these feel more interlinked, like a overall story arc of sorts. But in some ways, I don't really want that personally. But yeah, I do adore this panel. I love this, like this alien spaceship like thing or shuttle that looks very Star Wars-esque, and just the neon greens and the, you know, the action and the detail as well. Like, it feels very. It looks like something that could have happened in Series 1 in the sense that I do like the colour scheme being very sort of neon-y green, very reminiscent of the TARDIS interior. You know, you still got some more action panels here and there. I do like as well, like how the Doctor knows this one character, if I remember whereabouts it is. This, like, alien character, this guy, and that, like, you know, just giving more depth to the Ninth Doctor / just the Doctor generally. You know, I always love that in episodes. They very rarely do it these days in the new series, mainly because apparently they've always got to put the toys back in the toy box, so to speak, which is such a dumb idea. You know, so they can't have little story strands, which is a bit odd considering, you know, the amount of Big Finish that's been outputted or put out there these days, and comics and so on, you know, and books as well. You'd have thought if that was the case, then they'd have just stopped doing these, really, because these thrive on, you know, what-if scenarios in the new series and just generally in Doctor Who. But yeah, there's this sort of squid character, which again is very reminiscent of a Big Finish story, Time Reaver, I think it was, but that was with the 10th Doctor. Yeah, I love the design of these, like, what are they called again? The gargoyle-like creatures, again, very gothic horror-y, like, you know, reminiscent of vampire-y stuff there. You got Rose there, really looking sort of, I don't know what the word is. It reminds me of sort of Peter Pan, you know, the way they're flying, but then she's got these, it's very subtle, this sort of demonic red eyes. It's odd because, like, it almost sort of just blends into the rest of the, sort of look of her. I don't know why, but it just does. You know, like, you don't even really look at that and see it really obviously. I think it's only until, like, there where there's, like, a smoky effect of sorts around the eyes that you really notice it, and that, personally. The characterization of the Ninth Doctor is good. It's good. It's alright. It suffices. It's average. I wouldn't say there's any real standout moment here or anything stand out. As I said before, in the previous issue, I did like the dynamic between the Ninth and Mickey. They seem to have got on a bit more here, mainly because Rose is in danger, so everything sort of just falls into place. You know, it all clicks, all the chips hit the sort of place, really, you know, so to speak. That there's nothing out of place. Everything just sort of interlocks nicely, and it wrapped up well, actually. I didn't think it'd wrap up that well. You know, the pacing of these two issues has been superb. I thought, to be fair though, I did think there was going to be more of a battle scene right at the end, but it sort of went battle scene and then just sort of declined and just sort of didn't happen, which I was alright with. I mean, there could have been a cool battle scene, but I think if there was, then this would have been, it'd have been trickier to maybe end or something, you know. But I think it was just the idea that Rose was sort of going a bit, you know, darker, and then we were like, oh my god, how is she gonna, you know, or why is she doing this, and then realising that actually maybe she's not, maybe, I don't know, just confusing the reader a bit there, maybe, or not confusing them, but misleading them, misguiding them into an area of an uncomfortable emotional state with a character that they usually emotionally feel invested in, and not invested in so much, but can emotionally relate to, you know. It's fine to put the Doctor in an unemotionally distant way because he's an alien, but to do that with Rose and her character is a bit out there because, you know, again, she's the eyes and ears of the you know, the audience, especially in the TV show, and she's the main person who well, you're probably supposed to see stuff from when reading this, when I obviously, me being me, I relate more to the Doctor, but yeah, because I'm a crazy person. But yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe, and I would definitely recommend this if you are any bit the Ninth Doctor fan, and I still don't like the cover. Goodbye.